Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 571, and that's what it should say in the title, but right now it is the wrong number because, I found out during the week that we never uploaded episode 569, which was 568, which was the review of Faces Places. So, Brad, we've been saying the wrong number so far. So we are actually at number 571 at the moment,
Hey,
not 570.
as long
So,
as it's higher, I guess.
yeah.
Brown.
But yeah, this is episode 571, and it is your review of My Blueberry Nights. And of course, is the Nerd Chick on here to host the show. I'm my wonderful co host, Young Yoda. What's up, man?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful, wonderful Sunday.
Sunday, Sundays, Sunday. Sunday. Right, Brad? I hope everyone's doing well. I hope that everyone's having a good day. Um, Brad, we didn't do an episode like on Thursday, so we're gonna do two today. We're doing this review for you all early right now, and then later on that night we're gonna be doing our live show. We're gonna talk about Mandalorian episode 7. But for now, before we get
Yes,
into any of that,
yes, yes, yes,
yes, yes, yes,
yes,
yes,
yes,
yes,
yes.
yes. Brad, how are you doing?
I am doing all right. I'm doing good. I had a long drive and came home and immediately watched Narc
Nice,
as my
nice.
co-host, or as my host is going. Where are you?
Yeah. So where are
I'm
you,
like,
man?
I'm doing things for the show. You just don't know it. Calm your titties.
Shut up. It's just like I haven't heard from you. I'm like, hey, man, we still doing what we need to do today, or
Is man alive? Yes, I am. I'm very hard to kill.
hard to kill? Yep.
Very difficult
Wait,
to
this
kill.
is an episode 569. Nice.
Nice.
No, that 569 was the Super Mario Brothers movie review
Oh, I need to show since this isn't for I think I'll show all my pops, all my
on
Star Wars
live
pops that I got on the
live show.
show later,
Yeah.
but I'll show 1 second. 1 second.
Yep. Yeah, man. But of course, I hope that everyone is having a good day. Of course, as I said, we are going to be going through another one of these mini pods that we are supposed to be, getting past because we are backed up. And this is the mini pod for Wong Kar-wai month. We are going to be looking at his English language film, My Blueberry Nights. But yeah, I hope I got enough time for Brad to do what he's trying to do here.
I got yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got pain. Okay.
I finally got pain. Been looking for this
Nice.
bastard forever.
That's like, yeah, this motherfucker's been giving me a hard time. I just wanted to find
It's been
pain.
a
Yeah,
pain.
yeah. Usually this stream would be available live and early for everybody on the Patreon, but because we were late with this one, we decided we're just gonna make it a public one for you all. So
Yeah, so welcome.
yeah,
Get
so
in here.
yeah, get in here, man. Get in here.
Ask us questions on Chat GPT or whatever.
Wrong thing, Brad. This is a what's called the
It's a
chat,
different
not
app.
Chat GPT, right?
I
Um,
mean, they're not gonna like the answer that they get when they ask us, but hey.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, Brad. I woke up today, just did my thing, watched the movie, and then I'm here with you. I've been catching up on Abbott Elementary. It's been pretty good. So
I did watch before I left, I did watch I caught up on Succession.
yeah, okay, all right, yeah. You
Yeah.
enjoying that? Because I know that people love Succession. I've never seen
Oh yeah.
Succession.
Oh yeah, I like Succession. So this new this the so I didn't watch the previous episode, so I had 3 episodes to watch. Very
Yeah,
good. Especially this last one, it kind of whoo
yeah,
whoo.
yeah, man.
So I'm wondering what happens tonight because I think it comes on tonight.
Yeah,
So
it's up tonight.
yeah.
It's yeah tonight. You actually get Barry and Succession. So
See, and I've only seen the first season of Barry. I do want to actually watch Ted Lasso.
yeah.
That's supposed to be pretty good.
Well, if you check a certain server, you'd probably be able to find
Indeed. Okay.
yeah,
Good to know.
because it's good to know, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, I mean that's just all I've been up to and what you've been up to. But Brad went to a concert this weekend, but I guess we'll talk more about that during the live show. But yeah, I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and throw this banner up, and then just talk about this movie. So if you haven't seen My Blueberry Nights, then this is your chance to get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen this film, this is your chance to what's it called, get out or stay, because this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you all can imagine, this doesn't have a quite the long Wikipedia page. So I'm gonna read some trivia from IMDb after I, do the Wikipedia
Oh,
read.
I'm interested in this.
Yeah. Give the latest season of Picard a chance if you're a next gen fan. Okay.
Huh.
I've never
I
seen
mean,
the
I mean,
Picard series.
Ro, is some of the trivia how we all got lost in Jude Law's eyes? Because I certainly did.
Young Jude Law does that to you, bro.
Whew.
My Blueberry Nights is a 2007 romantic drama film directed by Wong Kar-wai. His first feature in English, the screenplay by Wong and Lawrence Block, is based on a Chinese language short film written and directed by Wong. My Blueberry Nights stars Nora Jones in her acting debut, Jude Law, David Strathairn, Rachel Weisz, and Natalie Portman. The
Come away
cinematography of
with
this film,
me.
the cinematographer of this film was Darius Kanji, who you all may know as the guy who usually works with David Fincher. He also shot Uncut Gems, and
Ooh, big names.
yeah, yeah, some pretty big names there. The names of Jeremy's. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back here.
Yeah, yeah. You
Um,
got to get the producers and the cinematographer
you
and
know,
all that
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. So it's produced by Jackie Peng Yua and Wang Garwai, edited by William Chang Suping, and the music is done by Rai Cooter. Um, y'all, if y'all are wondering, yes, this is a distribution of the Weinstein Company. Um,
Hey, it is.
Sits at 95 minutes, which is an hour and 35, and on a budget of $10 million, it made $22 million at the box office. So not quite a success, but not the worst.
I mean, not the worst ever,
Yeah,
for
it made
sure.
its budget back and like half of the marketing for sure.
I mean, for what the movie is, I feel like this movie would be very difficult to market,
Yeah,
honestly.
I think you're trying to get most people in there because of Natalie Portman, right? But and Jude Law, but
Or Nora
yeah,
Jones.
yeah, people who are like into her music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read a little bit of trivia here from the IMDb page. The name of of Jeremy's cafe, Kluch, is actually the Russian word for key. It can be seen on the front door of the cafe in the blue Cyrillic letters. Keys are an important plot point in the film because people leave them there often. Um, Director Wong Kar-wai was a big fan of Nora Jones and her music, and was the only choice for the leading role, having written the script with her in mind, despite her lack of acting experience.
Huh.
Uh,
Interesting.
Scenes.
Interesting choice. Hello, Kylie.
What up, Kylie? Scenes shot at the cafe, the primary filming location in New York, including a kissing scene between Law and Jones that was reshot 150 times with different speeds and from various angles over the course of 3 days. Law speaking about Wong said, "I've never worked with someone who's put so much emphasis on a single moment. It's extraordinary how he'll take a moment and replay it and slice it up. Imagine having to do that scene 150 times."
Holy
Oh
God.
my
I
god.
hope hopefully they had chapstick. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Um, doesn't say. I'm trying to see what's it called. Yeah, I'm trying to see what else and what else. Anything
Stacy
here?
says so Kubrick took over. Just started throwing shit at him, be like, "That's not the way you kiss."
By Cooter, surprisingly not a country music artist. No. Hello, hi Kylie. So Kubrick took over, and he's seen that, and
Seen that
he's
many times. I mean, but it is Nora Jones making out with Jude Law, so it's like probably not the worst thing. It is a lot, though. That's a lot. So it was what 150 times?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Um,
That's quite a lot.
that wasn't as long as the scene in The Shining where she's what's it not Jude Law, I'm sorry. Shelley Duvall's going up the stairs. Like that one was
Yeah,
shot like around like 180 something or something like that.
that's because Kubrick was having a hissy fit.
Yeah. Nothing else here that I can read, Brad. I know that there was something I read about this film actually being part of like trying to become a short film, and it was part of the idea of like In the Mood for Love. This movie was going to be called In the Mood for Love 2001, and then kind of gave that up, made In the Mood for Love a longer movie, and then he decided to make this his English language film.
Hmm.
Um, there's also a song in the movie that is sounds like the theme from In the Mood for Love. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, I mean, he's done that before. What's it called? Fallen Angels was supposed to be one of the stories in Chungking Express, and then he decided to just make a whole different movie with that story. And
Yeah.
yeah, but Brad, what are your initial thoughts on My Blueberry Nights?
I gotta say, I like the cinematography in this. I overall like the story in this. I like the way it's shot, the way it moves. It's definitely Wong Kar-wai. That cannot be debated.
Yeah,
The only thing I have an issue with is like all the white women look the same. So I was following it there. I'm like, did he just use the? Because Wong Kar. I was like, did he use the same actress? No, that's a different actress. But
no,
like all the white women did kind of look the same. So I was
yeah,
kind of guessing there here and there. I'm like, no, that's Natalie Portman for sure. Okay, that's Rachel Weisz. Okay, and
yeah.
that's still Nora Jones. All right, okay.
Which,
But
by the way,
I enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy this movie just based on other, some Wong Kar Wai stuff. But overall, I did enjoy this movie. Um, I didn't really have any issues with the dialogue. But yeah, it wasn't bad.
so uh, um, I don't really like this movie. This movie really kind of disappointed me, but I knew what I was getting myself into. I'm pretty sure I knew how this was gonna go down because, to be fair, like no, it's not. That was stuff he made in Hong Kong, and I also read that like there's a longer version of this movie that's
With
like
the Weinstein's
111,
code it.
111
Mm.
minutes. Um, so that's like 6 more minutes of this film that was cut out, I think. And
Well, what more could he have added in
wait,
six
no, that's
minutes?
not 100. Wait, 111 is 26 more minutes, right, Brett?
Oh, you could probably add a
Wait,
lot in there.
no, 16 minutes. 60 minutes. Yeah, 95, six
Oh,
plus
yeah.
5, 11. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's it called? 60 minutes of movie left. Um, I felt like some of this movie was a little rough around the edges, as in like I'm glad that Nora Jones's performance gets better at the end because in the beginning it's kind of rough. Like her like the way that she says some of those lines are like, okay, this must have been what they shot at first. The first like this was
The
what's called what
first
they
day.
shot first.
This is what the
You
first
know,
day was.
yeah. And at first it didn't feel like she had a lot of chemistry with Jude Law, but then it got better for sure in that department. I think like the acting is fine. I don't think this story really drew me as like all these other movies, and
I mean,
also
I found it very weird though, like where she just ends up in fucking Nashville. Just like I'm just in Nashville now.
so she
I don't
goes
know
from New
why.
York. She goes from New York to where?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville, and then from Nashville to another. Oh, to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she
And
comes
just
back to New York.
and just like I don't have a car for any of this. And it's like, well, okay. And then
Yeah,
it's like, well, I'll bet you my car. And then it's just a weird overall story. Well, I can't give you that car because that was my dead daddy's. And it's just like, what the fuck is so
yeah.
I like the overall story, but some of it is kind of weird.
It
Like
kind of
the
moves a
little
little too
details.
fast for me.
It's like, why? What? And then she just buys her a car, but she doesn't want to haggle. So it's like, okay.
It's also really interesting to see how Wong Kar-wai works with a different cinematographer this time. I mean, he has worked with. He doesn't exclusively work with Christopher Doyle. I mean, his first movie wasn't done by Christopher Doyle, but this was done by Darius Kanji, which, by the way, by no means is a bad cinematographer. I mean, he's incredible. His work is his last movie. He just did one with Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu, and it's incredible. But in this movie, it feels like Wong wanted Darius Kanji to be Christopher Doyle. Like he was trying to make him like replicate what Christopher Doyle does, and
Hmm.
it makes the movie feel a little out of place at times. Like especially the stuff when they're going to Vegas, when they're going to see the dad. Like I was like, oh, this doesn't really feel like the same movie that I was watching in the beginning, where we're in this like bar with the neon setups and everything,
Yeah.
and we're in like the diner. Then like
And then
all this
then
other
you're
stuff in the
in a hospital area.
yeah, like that stuff doesn't feel like it's part of the same film. And I guess to an extent, maybe that's needed because that's kind of like our character's journey, right? That she's not the same person at the end.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like the cinematography. It looks beautiful, but it just doesn't feel like the cinematography that would come out of a collaboration between Darius Kanji and Wong Kar-wai. Like,
Also, I kind of have an issue with the ending of this film because Jude Law just sucks face with a sleeping woman.
yeah,
And I mean, she consented after, but not before. So I'm just sitting there going, "This is awkward."
yeah. Also, I'm not a big fan of our cut to like the actual blueberry pie. Like that was kind of disgusting.
Oh yeah, with the cream going down it, like,
Yeah, yeah. I was like, okay.
like
I was
this,
actually kind of like
mm,
queasy seeing that. I was like,
this pie make it sexual.
yeah. But I did like the music, Brad. He always chooses
Music was
really good
good.
music. Yeah, he
Yeah.
always chooses some really good music.
Plus,
He
he
did,
threw some Nora Jones soundtrack in there. Duh,
yeah, yeah. I mean, wait,
duh.
yeah, duh.
I mean, that was probably the easiest thing to get. Like, you're in the movie. How about you just sign these over?
She's like, yeah, cool. But I think for her acting debut, she does fine. She's not amazing or anything. Like I said, those first couple of scenes at the beginning are a little rough. Like especially when she just drops the keys and she's like, "I'm leaving," and she just
Bye.
like I was like, okay, that was a little rough, man. Like
Yeah.
that was the best take you got, because we could
Yeah.
have, yeah. And then like whenever she goes to Nashville is when things start to get better. I really like her chemistry with the guy with the officer. I think that worked really well. That story was actually I really like that
That was
story.
probably one of the better stories in the whole movie. I
Yeah,
thought the Jude Law and Nora Jones kind of story was a bit unrealistic. I mean, it's a
yeah,
movie, but it's unrealistic.
yeah,
Like Jude Law's kind of being a cuck there. Just be like, she writes me postcards.
yeah. Calls everybody in the phone book to see if
Yeah,
she,
to find her, it's just like, dude, like before, she was like in your diner. She kept coming back every night. Why didn't you just ask to take her out? You literally own a diner. You could have a date there. That's
yeah.
basically what you were doing.
Well, I mean, Brad, guys, this is coming from the guy who doesn't like In the Mood for Love all that much because they didn't fuck.
Yeah, oh, man, there should have been total fucking in that movie. I'm just saying.
So it's the American Pie cinematic universe. Then I wish that was the same pie. No, it wasn't.
I mean, at least Jude Law didn't stick his dick in it. I guess.
No,
Mm.
thank God. Um, but I gotta say, if we're looking at like the strongest story, it's definitely Rachel Weisz and the police officer. That's
Oh
like
yeah,
they were really good. Like they were really good in that.
I really like the whole his, him saying this is my last day of drinking
Yeah.
and just putting all the chips down that he is like, oh, okay, this really brings it home on this guy is like just heartbroken. And
Oh
then
yeah.
he just intentionally crashes his truck in the first place he met his, I guess, ex-wife now.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that was so good. Like David Strathairn is such a great
I
actor too.
feel like if that had been the whole story in the movie, it
I think
would
I would
probably
have
been
liked this
like a
more.
perfect movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If we would have gotten the whole movie revolving around just this bartender who gets to know this guy who this is his story and stuff, and we're learning about this
Yeah.
through the film, I think it would have been better for sure. But like even like Rachel Weisz when she comes in and she's like drunk and she goes to like the other guy, the manager, of the bar, and he's like, oh well, you're some piece of work. Like, why, like, what Arnie saw in you, like, I'll never know. And like,
Yeah.
and she's just heartbroken and shit, and just, oh, so good, so good.
And then forcing her to pay his tab, and it's just like,
Yeah,
damn, dude. But so the first and second act, like they kind of work together. I can see it. That third act with Vegas, that
yeah,
is
that
just so
was,
out of place. The
yeah,
more and more I think about it, that is so out of place because it's just there for her to get a car.
pretty much to get a
That's
car
what it is.
to go back
Because
to Jude Law.
I mean, other than that, because like you don't get really enough time for Natalie Portman's character to make like really anything interesting happening, and then her father dies, and it's like, well, okay. And then she's like, I can't give you the car because it's my dead daddy's car, so I'll buy you a car.
I did there, car. Yeah.
My dad dead right there.
But I mean, yeah, and that's kind of my biggest fault with this movie, is that like some of it feels like undeveloped, and it's mostly that third act. I'm like, okay, like, where's the rest of this story? Because I feel like we're kind of incomplete here, and like, I feel like,
Which might have been the 26 minutes we're missing.
yeah, the 16 minutes we're missing, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, there was 60 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But because like she's like down on her luck now, and she meets this girl. He's like, oh, I can get you a car. And it's like, oh, cool. And then all of a sudden, we're supposed to care about her because her dad's dying. It's like, wait, where else is all this other development? Like,
it's just very very fast through that whole portion of it.
it's kind of like, it's like, oh crap, I need to finish writing this because like I need to get her back to New York so I could, so then her and Jude Law can get together.
You could
And it's
just
like,
put her ass back on a bus once she gets one of his postcards, and she's like, ah, that's the
yeah.
cucky man for me.
I wonder. Part of me wonders, is this supposed to be like the film that the flight, the not the flight attendant, I'm sorry, the girl from Chungking Express, read, like, remember at the end that she like becomes a flight attendant, so she goes to see the world,
Hmm.
right? I
Yeah,
wonder if this was supposed to be what that was like. This is her, like, what's it
but
called,
like the
living
American
life,
version.
American version, basically, like living life and then going back to meet this man.
See, I would
And like,
love that though. I would love to see what she did as an air stewardess and going through
yeah,
just whatever the fuck she went through just to come back, because that's what it kind of is. It's kind of a different version of that.
yeah, except that there's a lot more development behind Chungking Express, and it feels
Yeah,
a lot more
you care a little
what's
more about the
more
characters.
developed, and you care more about these characters. Whereas, like,
Like I said, most of these characters just like it was kind of the same white woman.
yeah, like, I feel like this was just like, I don't know. I feel maybe, look, I'm not gonna put the finger because I don't know. There's nothing here in the production notes that say that Weinstein got in the way of this. But like, I feel like Weinstein was like, yeah, cut this to make it feel like Chungking Express.
I mean, we've seen it before where Weinstein tried to cut shit or actually managed to force directors to cut shit. So it would
I mean, he
not
would fuck him
surprise me.
over with the Grandmaster.
Yeah, and he tried to do something with Guillermo back in the day, I think. So
Yeah.
it does not surprise me if he got his big greasy rapey paws on it and totally just changed the vision of this film.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him, but like I said, I don't really like this movie. I think it is great filmmaking, though. I mean,
I
it's
feel I just the look of it is really good.
oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So I don't
Mm,
hate, like I said, I kind of liked it. I don't like it's not perfect at all. I mean, it's a good watch.
yeah.
And now I kind of want to try blueberry pie. I don't know.
Yep. Yep. But I mean,
But why
it's
would he make a blueberry pie all the time if nobody was fucking buy it? That seems like a
yeah.
horrible, restaurateur right there. Like, hey, I'm just gonna keep making the same fucking thing every day and nobody's gonna buy it.
I mean, Brad also. I mean, same could be asked. Like, he remembered everybody who came in here to buy pork chops, so he probably is
Oh
gonna
yeah,
remember the only person who eats blueberry pie.
that's true. And also, I guess he ate the blueberry pie at the end, so maybe he just liked blueberry pie.
Yeah. Yeah. But
But
yeah,
how
man.
was Jude Law not 300 pounds just eating blueberry pie?
Who knows, man? He must have
I
been on
don't
a
know.
really good training regimen.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was sweating off all those calories waiting for her to come back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
All right, man. What's your final verdict, Brad?
I think I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's not great. It's not the worst thing ever. It'd be a watchable movie again in a couple years, but I think 6.5 does it for me.
Yeah. It almost feels sacrilegious to give a score this low to a movie by Wong Kar-wai because I love this man. And I think he makes incredible films. But yeah, Brett, I'm going down to a 5 out of 10. It's just straight down the middle. I don't think I'm gonna even remember this movie once after tomorrow. Like,
Nah, all the
like
white women kind of blend together.
yeah. Even though, like I said, Rachel Weisz and Natalie Portman give well. Natalie Portman with what she's given to work with does great, but Rachel Weisz to me is the one who really steals it.
Yeah.
She steals it. Whereas like David Strathairn is pretty good. Jude Law is kind of annoying in the film. Um,
Jude Law's just pretty to look at. That's
yeah,
that's the only reason he's in the film.
it's just like he's like
You're gonna
pretty
be a
like
love interest, Jude Law. Can you do
he's
that?
yeah he's
Hmm.
just loud and he's like
Yeah. And
constantly
he
trying
had
to look
I
secure.
like that moment with his ex he had
Oh
of
yeah,
like, nah, it's over. I've decided to cuck over someone else.
but it is interesting to see Jude Law with the blonde hair.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it's like I'm so used to Jude Law with like the buzz cut right now, like not that much hair going on. But yeah, that's our review of My Blueberry Nights. Thank you all so much for tuning into it. And of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you leave a like and you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content that drops on the channel. Also, if you're
Mhm.
listening to this on the audio side of things, make sure that you drop a 5-star review. It helps us out a lot as well. I know you can do that on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so please do it. Yes, the child said so, right? You can also find us on all our social media at thenerdcore.com, Twitter at the nerdcore underscore, Instagram at the nerdcore, patreon.com/the nerdcore for you to be able to get this episode live and early. That'll be the case for the next one, ones, but this one just was public because we waited so long to do it. We had to do it today, so it's all good. You get a little extra stuff today on Sunday. But yeah, that's all our social media. Please check it out. Of course, our Discord link is in our description. So if you want to talk about Wong Kar-wai's movies with us, make sure you check that out. Of course, we want to thank our producers. Brad, where can they find our producer Shane?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at thriftedil or go buy something from the Suppy God at PrisonCityVintage.com.
Damn straight. Crest Hill, Illinois. Go and buy something from the boy, or have the boy buy something from you. If you got something in your closet, you know that it looks like it might be from the '80s or something. I don't know. I just buy from him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We are going to be continuing on as we catch up with these mini pods, and we're going to be looking at Narc next as we conclude our Ray Liotta month. I was happy to find out that we are not done getting Ray Liotta movies. Charlie Day, his directorial debut, actually has Ray Liotta in it,
So it
and I
doesn't end on Cocaine Bear.
no, it doesn't. Though it would be great if it did. It was a great movie.
I mean, he was great in it.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
just
pretty
put it
good.
that way.
I watched the trailer though for this movie, and it's pretty good, bro.
It
It
looked
looks
pretty
pretty
funny.
good.
I don't know
Yeah,
how much Ray Liotta's in it, but it looked pretty funny.
I'm gonna guess like some 5 minutes, maybe, bro.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah. But with that said, we will see you all later tonight for the live show. We're gonna be talking Mandalorian episode season 3, episode 7, and yeah, Brad's starting to get sun in his eyes, so I guess it's time for me to pass it over to him to get us out of here.
All right, Roland. Thank you, host as always. Thank you to all those who joined us in chat today. That's you, Kylie, and Stacy. Thank you to our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And in this episode, all I got to say is, come away with me. Young Yoda out.